Welcome back, my wonderful people. It has been so great having you in this channel. On Monday, October 10th, 2022, the presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress APC, Bola Tinubu, said, "If they say they want a change of government, just tell them. We like to be polite, but shut up your mouth." Okay, this is another sign among the many we have already seen that Nigeria's democracy is endangered. This is not a matter of political parties, but a general political claim in Nigeria. That aside, it is more disheartening that there is a kind of statement is coming from the platform of a party that benefited from the agitation of the Nigerian masses for a change of government. My wonderful Nigerians have a right, full right to the change of government. A change of government is a beauty of any democracy. So I am bewildered at the call by the APC presidential candidate for people wanting a change of government. The same mantra they sided with in 2015 to shut up. Should people not call for a change of government if the current one has disappointed them? Is that not what democracy is all about? The APC must have somehow forgotten that the performance of any administration has consequences on their next outing at the polls. Or maybe they have perfected manipulative techniques to subvert the will of the people in government. Only a good turn should be deserved another. Bad performance in government should never be rewarded, no matter the ethnic or political group anyone belongs to. Until we all get this right, our democracy will never mature. The people must trust and keep the faith that with their vote they can display in the next election cycle any administration that has failed them today. Meanwhile, speaking about government failure today, the Buhari administration comes to mind. Nigerians used their votes to effect a change of government in 2015 because they thought Buhari could fix our three most pressing issues: economy, insecurity, and corruption. These three things were what Buhari was elected to fix, not any other thing. His administration appears to have distracted Nigerians with today. Examine those three things today. Have they been fixed? In an organization, the performance of any member of staff is assessed based on the goals they were deployed or employed to achieve. For instance, it doesn't matter if a member of a staff is the most punctual at work. If the goals are not met, it is a failure. Of course, the statistics of how far President Muhammad Buhari has failed in what he was employed to achieve are there. For instance, our unemployment rate has moved from single to double digit under him. The debt profile has hit over 42 trillion naira. There is a mass exodus of Nigerians from home, and he will leave a debt of over 50 trillion naira when he leaves office next year, among other indicators of his administration's failure. Why should anyone, despite the hardship Nigerians have gone through under Buhari, ask Nigerians who want a change of government to shut up? I asked again, why? Is it by force? Must the APC rule again? Why do they always seem to be anti-democratic? Nigerians must put ethnicity and political differences aside and speak loud and clear with their votes to make the ruling elite know that there is a price for failure in government. We must make them aware that we saw their shortcomings and that we will be changing government whether they like it or not. Politicians will sit tight if they know that their actions today could cost them or their part in the next election. My wonderful people, Washington Churchill is widely regarded as the greatest British Prime Minister of all time. His extraordinary leadership during WW2 cemented has placed in British history. He led his country through its darkest hours. But guess what? He lost his re-election bid. Voters respected and liked his wartime record, but were more cyclical of conservative parties' democratic and foreign policy regard in the late 1930s. Also, his political campaign was generally considered to have been poor in comparison to Labour. They wanted more than a world leader. They yearned for someone who could lead a real social change. The Labour Party's emphasis on social reform clearly appealed to many voters, which gave the Labour Party a landslide victory at the polls and a clear mandate for change. There were no emotions. Churchill, a man with a public approval rating that never dropped below 78%, paid the price at what that was a democracy at play. Also, the 31st President of the United States, Herbert Hoover, was the most preferred in his time, but electoral consequences kicked in the 1932 election. He was booted out of office for Franklin Roosevelt of the Democratic Party. The only significant issues in the 1932 presidential campaign was the Great Depression. The American people were forced to choose between the seemingly ineffective policies of the incumbent Hoover, who blamed the depression on external events and claimed that Roosevelt could stop the disaster, and Roosevelt hastily defined the New Deal program. Roosevelt clearly anticipated that his plan for economic recovery would make expensive use of federal government power after winning by a landslide in 1928. Hoover was defeated by another sidelines in the November 1932 election, winning only 6 of the 50 states. The people got the change of government they wanted. No one asked the American citizen to shut up. Let's come back home, my brothers and my sisters. Our own Goodluck Jonathan was rejected because he was generally perceived to have poorly handled the economy, corruption, and security. Those were the most important reasons he lost his re-elections. Why do the same people that benefited from his removal want Nigerians to shut up today? Are they afraid of their performance in the past 7 years? Nigerians who want a change of government, please don't shut up. Only a good turn should deserve another. My wonderful people, it is nobody's turn. If anybody in Nigeria should shut up, it is the presidential candidate of the APC in 2015. He says, okay, God will destroy me and my family, and I support someone, or I support faithful any day I support same faith presidency. Okay, that day has come. He shut up and wait God's response. My wonderful people, this comment is enough to make a lot of change, a lot of awareness. What more are we going to say but to hear you from your comment section? Tinubu Emelokun has missed the track, and that is why he is making the provocative statement which will eventually lead to his defeat in the forthcoming presidential elections. In year 2023, this is a plus advantage to the other contestant in the presidential race to knock him out. Alright, my wonderful people, that was so much of your time. Let's hear your take. Let's have your take right in the comment section. Thank you, and remember to subscribe. God bless you.